Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to TCG University. I'm Noah, your lovely host, brought here with
James.
We're going to talk about the ban list. Yeah, it's just a ban list. Nothing's been errated, right?
No, just ban and limited.
Ban limited list that has just recently come out, December 2nd, 2021. Fucking, I'm dating it now. I don't care. For Final Fantasy TCG. So we're gonna boot this cool thing up here.
You're just gonna read the entire thing, because that's just read pieces and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to read the whole thing. We'll put a link in the description. Please put a link in the description. Don't be bad, James. Don't be bad.
That's a lot.
It's not even that hard.
Send me the link personally when you're done.
All right, fine. So here we go. Following cards have been banned, since that's all new. This is after the haunted
hotel event hosted by the Light,
and that was
presented by the Light, not hosted.
Yeah,
presented by
that was the most recent one, correct?
As far as I know,
because there's another LAX one coming up in January.
Yes.
Which I'm not making. Birthday weekend.
I'm not making birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend. Super soft birthday party. All right. So yeah, let's get on to the ban cards that we have here. So we have 5. I'm not reading the number. That'd be funny though. Mione. The 2 CP backup, wind backup.
Bounces, right?
Yeah, she says on play choose a...
I think it's just forward.
Choose a character. Other than Mione you control, you may return it to the owner's hand if you do draw a card. So...
I think she's just going to be nuts with everything that's coming out and whatnot. So
I mean, she does already lead to a quote-unquote infinite loop under wind. Yeah. Her and Althea. Althea is easier to deal with. Mione's fine. I'm actually surprised to see this card on here, only because...
We'll talk about, because I had comments about like the entire ban list afterwards.
Yeah.
Other people in our chat didn't agree with, but they'll probably talk about it on the real podcast. Hopefully.
Moving on, we have. I'm saving that one for last because like that's the whole point of it. Stern Leonis.
I'm actually kind of surprised they banned Stern Leonis
and not Mashiri.
Stern
Leonis is a 4 CP dark forward. The cost required to cast your forwards is reduced by 1. Cannot become 0. Man, him and Glocka just sounds so funny.
Remove 4, burn 4, right? Ping for 4,000. Remove 4.
Ping for 7.
Ping for 7,000.
Yeah, or choose a monster and break it. Until the end of the turn, all forwards you control gain 4K power
I've
brave.
been playing like 5 different card games.
Yeah. You said remove 4, burn 4. God damn. He's a 9K for 4 CP. We have... Oh, that's so standard, and then Doga's the final one.
The final one for
Doga's
the banned list.
The big one on the standard ban list.
Which we'll have to talk about. Let's go to the limited list and then the watch list, because then we'll talk about what we actually.
All right, so limited. This is I believe this is the first card ever.
This is the first card they've ever limited.
Yeah, first card ever limited in Final Fantasy TCG. Cool, momentous occasion. Sophie. They put Sophie to a 1 of. She cannot be played as a 3 of.
Only 1.
Yeah, we'll
get to talk about it.
Then on to the L6 comp format, whatever you want to call it. Doga and Stern are banned. The 24th is when this all happens, and then Mione as well. So they did give reasons for Mione. I guess they give reasons for all of them.
So Mione was just... There's a lot of things out right now that are just going to become nuts because of Mione, and the things they're planning on printing, they're just going to be nuts with Mione.
Yep.
I think Stern Leonis was just really strong.
Stern Leonis, the power of this forward card to prevent others from catching up to it, cannot be ignored in the tournament scene. It's certain that its influence will only grow as the number of forward types increase further in future.
I hate the way they worded that.
That makes me think that's a typo.
I hope so, because that just makes me think. Yeah, I have this backup forward. I have this spell. I want to say spell forward. Summon forward. Forward types increase further, and therefore we're banning this card in standard and L6. And then for Doga, the reasoning was it made Sophie really strong.
So this is one of the foundations of Earth and Water decks, which hold the strongest spot in the tournament scene. Mud decks. Doga is a key card that acts as a source of draws, deals damage, and raises the power of Sophie. Since the card is one of the main factors behind why Earth and Water decks dominate the game, we're banning this card from standard L6 comp formats.
We'll get to talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I could be wrong for all I care. Sophie, this card has a stronger than
had a stronger impact than they intended.
Yeah, stronger impact than intended. Thanks. Words are hard. We set this card as a restricted card in the standard format, permitting only a single copy of this card in a deck, which I don't think...
We'll get to talk about it. And then they have a watch list, which I think it's very neat. I hate some of the things on the watch list.
You think the watch list is a neat concept, or what's on the watch list?
I think the watch list is a neat concept to let players know that they are looking at things that they may not ban now, but may ban in the future, may hit in the future.
So people either A, just say fuck it, get it banned now, or B, go, hey, let's back up, or not buy these cards and build decks around them and have our decks get screwed.
Like, they know players are gonna be like, well, I also think this, and this are all problems, and then they're just like, why didn't you hit this? It's like, well, we were really focused on this, but we understand the concerns. We hear them.
Here we go.
I like that they're listening.
Furthermore, we're keeping a particularly close eye on the following cards, identifying them as cards which have the potential to upset the balance of tournament scene going forward. The watch list. Fat Chocobo. This is the 4 CP backup that says when Fat Chocobo enters the field, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck.
Oh, no, play it.
Add all card named Chocobo among them to your hand. Return the others to the bottom of the deck in any order. Yeah. So you can basically pay for draw 5 if you're really fucking lucky.
This is the Doga engine of Chocobos.
Yeah. Fuck. I hate that they're looking at Sildra because I like Sildra. But I get it.
Like, it says add anything.
Sildra says search for 2 water characters or 2 category 5 characters or 1 of each. So sorry, 2 water characters, 2 category 5 characters, or 1 of each with different cost. Add them to your hand.
Which is really easy to do.
So easy. It just it filters the deck so well.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mashiri, 2 CP 6K forward, light princess. The cost required to cast your summons is reduced by 1. Remove 3 summons from the break zone, or in the break zone from the game. Select one of the 3 following actions. Draw 1 card, choose a forward, return it to the owner's hand. During this turn, the cost required to cast your next summon is reduced by 3. Cannot become 0.
Okay. So off of the ban limited and watch list, what is your favorite and least favorite thing they did?
My favorite thing they did was... Jesus.
Or like,
I think limiting Sophie was fine.
Like that they did.
I think limiting Sophie was fine. I think that's probably one of the best plays. The watch list putting Mashiri on there is okay. Fat Chocobo. I unfortunately have not been in a hyper competitive tournament scene since like fucking R3, so I'm a little outdated there. Besides just like playing locally and stuff whenever I get the chance.
There were just 2 really good Chocobo decks at the last tournament. I think a format dominated by like 2 decks.
I think Chocobo only did good because the other deck couldn't board wipe.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's because Doga doesn't board wipe.
Doga doesn't.
It tries to control, and
Chocobos just literally keeps barfing dudes out.
Yeah.
Like Mono Fire could handle Chocobos.
Oh yeah.
Fucking cake.
Frida
like, just says laugh.
Here's the other thing. It's just like, because now we're gonna get into like the actual discussion of this. Why the fuck they hit Doga? Doga doesn't do shit.
Yeah, I was gonna get there. So people may agree or disagree. I don't think Doga was the problem with Doga decks, even though the name was Doga deck. I think personally the problem with Doga decks is the ability to keep recurring Sophie. Now, limiting Sophie to 1 of makes it a bit harder to get Sophie, but Sildra exists, which is why Sildra's on the watch list. Yeah. Anything that searches out an Earth or water forward, so like Kolka searching out an Earth forward, for instance,
or a Lena searching out Princess.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
My computer's just freaking out.
I don't know. It doesn't matter that they limited her to a 1 of. You still have access to Ursula and Lena, and unless you're able to fully remove that Sophie from the game, it doesn't matter. Your computer's
my computer's like freaking out. I think it's just the one card that needs to get fixed.
It happens.
Let me see if I can adjust it real quick. We're gonna take a quick pause. Technical difficulties may be gone. We'll see how far it lasts.
It starts beeping again. No, the issue with Doga decks was the recursion of Sophie.
Yeah, 100%.
It was Lena and Ursula, and I think what they should have done. I get that people. There's always an argument for both sides. I get that people are like erratas are dumb.
I also get that Doga is strong in general.
Yeah, but like Doga's not what makes the deck.
Doga's not going to kill you.
Doga's not going to kill you.
Almost every single Doga deck went to time because its entire game plan is I'm going to drop Sophie on the board and in my turn.
Dirtle up.
And in my turn.
Yeah. I'll just keep drawing cards and dirtling.
You won't kill me because you're not going to push through my defense. And I'm just going to play Sophie and end.
Mm-hmm. I think what they should have done, and we've said it before, is errata Lena and errata Ursula.
Or fix the game rules slightly.
Yeah.
If they fix the way the color system works for dual colors, they'd be fine. Fix the way certain cards pick colors would be fine.
I think if Ursula and Lena just said mono, it'd be easy.
I think if they really want to hit Doga, they should have made it the limited one and made it one. Because then now you just got rid of an entire decently good card.
Yeah. I don't think Doga was the choice target.
I think Marjorie should have went with Star and Leotis.
Yeah, if you're taking one, you take the other.
They do similarly same thing.
That's like banning Citra and not banning Reagan.
I also feel like if they were going to hit
summons are a bit more stronger too, which is why I'm real confused they didn't touch Marjorie.
I also feel like if they were going to hit Mion, they should have hit Althea.
All right, I'm curious about this one.
So we had a short discussion in the fact of I said what I said, he said what he said in our group chat because I'm at work and I don't have time to like have an entire like back and forth discussion. But what I was saying was Mion and Althea are the same card. The only difference is Mion's going to do it once unless you recurred itself. Althea is going to do it whenever it wants to, and it's going to pick itself up to do it. The difference is Mion is a proactive thing. On your turn, you're doing your Mion play. You're not doing your Mion play on your opponent's turn. You're doing it on yours. Althea is reactive. It's going to do whatever it wants, whenever it wants, and it has the ability to do whatever it wants. So, like, if your opponent's going to be like, cool, I'm going to hit your thing, you can just go, Althea it back. Mion's not going to do that for you. Mion's going to sit there.
But I think
Mion's going to sit there and do that.
I think it was brought up is that Althea has more. There's more interaction with Althea than there is with Mione.
I get it.
And I think that's the reason. Mione is instant and faster and proactive, like you said.
I think they need to create a summon that hits, that doesn't feel bad using it on backups. Because like Amma hits it.
Amma hits it on play.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Amma hits both of them on play. That's it. But Amma doesn't get the chance to hit Althea as it leaves, and Mione just sticks.
No, I mean
there.
like a summon that destroys it.
Oh,
the same way Amma does.
There are summons that destroy it. It's just
like Hecatoncheir.
Yeah,
Hecatoncheir can hit it.
Yep.
So I don't see why you care. It does the same thing. Kill the Mione, get rid of it. Who cares?
But Hecatoncheir hits 3 or more.
No, make one that hits 2 or less.
Make
it specifically 2 or less.
There's usually backups that do that. That's why.
I mean, there's options. I don't see why you have to hit Mione then.
Because
in my opinion, it does the same.
Mione does one thing that Althea doesn't, and that's cycle your deck. Mione draws the top card of your deck.
Who cares?
That matters.
Althea picks up your dude from being destroyed.
That's fine.
It's the same numbers.
But that's keeping the same cards in hand, not adding an extra card to your hand.
Yeah.
Or seeing a new card. Seeing a new card.
So you're decking out faster.
That's how you're gonna play it. Seeing a new card infinitely changes the way the game plays.
I mean, that's why they hit Doga, I guess, because it draws a bunch of cards.
Doga sees 3 cards and minuses by 1. He doesn't even break even. I just
like I said, I think Mion's just weird. I understand there's a lot of cool combos you can do with it. There's like the slide infinite or whatever. Fix the way the card works. Don't just hit the card.
It's not like my biggest issue too, and I think like with Doga is Doga just plays a lot of summons in the deck, and like it's not hard to play cards that generically under certain elements.
They also just recently printed a card that just turns off the entire Doga deck. The red 4-drop.
Yeah.
That just says, yeah, nobody plays summons. Fuck all of you. This event that had like 50 to 70% Doga, you guys don't get to play the game.
Yeah, like how are they going to touch that card?
What are you going to do? Play your Macherie? Fucking sick. Add it back to my hand, have your 1 turn of summons, and I'm going to play it again next turn.
I'm going to play it again next turn.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, you also have things like Alba and Kadaj isn't as good as he used to be, but Kadaj still hits fucking 2 cards out of that break zone.
Yeah, like it is.
That's why I don't.
And like Mist Dragon hits it.
I'm really confused.
Like Mist Dragon
why
hits it.
I didn't see cards like that just being played a lot more. Like
that was one of the things I think I talked about when I got back is I almost wish I played both light and dark, so I could play Kadaj and play Shinryu like I was. Because like I just think Kadaj was that strong for having the ability of just removing 2 summons.
It's not even the summons. Kadaj removes 2 cards from the break zone. So if you dealt with Sophie, you remove Sophie.
You can remove Sophie. But I mean, like in general, and for me, like I was playing WoF, and in my opinion, WoF just handles that matchup really cleanly outside of Macherie. Like outside of Macherie, you're not really scared of Sophie because you could just like sometimes
ping all of Sophie's shit.
Ping all of Sophie's shit. Taking the damage is okay. You get to play Shantoto. You get to play Susanoo. You're perfectly fine with just like, I'll board wipe you. Deal with it.
So
and then like you still get to play Mist Dragon, you still get to play Ama to hit Dogon play, you still get to do all these really cool things.
Here's my question.
And Mashiri is just the rough part for it.
While playing against different Doga decks and like watching people play against Doga, do you think the issue, because like obviously we know Sophie's like the biggest problem, or the recursion of Sophie is the biggest problem, but like, did you see people constantly deal with Sophie or the cards around Sophie?
Personally,
because I could be wrong.
I'm gonna let you know. I could not care less to watch other people play the game.
That's
like
fine.
A lot of the times, what we ended up having time to watch, if anything, was Doga v Doga matches, which is just stalls.
Yeah.
Like it's stalls, or both players end up with Mashiri on the board and nobody touches anything until it's like the last turn, trigger. And then everybody goes Mashiri, 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 Mashiri.
Whoever has the most.
And that's it. That's the entire game. Is we're just gonna sit here and Mashiri combo each other on stacks. Yeah, literally, that's just all it is. It's not that like that's not fun. Like Mashiri stacks aren't fun. Dealing with players that aren't gonna do anything. Like if people attacked me as WoF, I win so many more games. But like Doga's not gonna attack me. It's gonna play Sophie and pass.
Yeah.
Like it just.
But
it's
like,
not going to give me more hand advantage.
Do you think hitting the cards that give Sophie the power is the way to do it as well? Like, I mean, at this point, Doga's essentially a dead deck because like, Doga doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But like, you could still play her in fucking Monks and get away with the same shit.
Monks is going to abuse the fuck out of her.
Yeah, there's no reason they don't.
There's no reason to. Like, it just...
Monks is what she started with.
Yeah.
Just goes right back to it.
I think they should start splashing... there's a card that bounces at the hand. Don't remember right now. I think there's an Earth card that bounces one of your dudes to do something or another. I can't remember.
I know there's a scholar that says rest and break it and bounce a dude to your hand. That's like a TCP backup. And
I think they'll just start playing that for times when you know your opponent's just going to be like, cool, I'll board wipe and then play Mist Dragon to get rid of that one Sophie. Because other than that, fucking Monks are just going to be there. I'll play it's not Mont Leonis. No, it is Mont Leonis, right? Because Stern Leonis is that. Mont Leonis is the Earth one that spawns a dude. So you can spawn Mott. Mott spawns...
Mott grabs someone.
Mott, I believe Mott can
No,
spam
Mott
something.
grabs. Yang spawns on damage 1.
I believe Mott can spawn too.
Mott grabs
Mott grabs, you play Yang. Yang grabs Ursula. Ursula still grabs Sophie. Still over the entire board that has enough for Sophie to ping.
Yep.
And all you need to do is play 2 cards, which is play the Yang, play the Mont Leonis. I'm like,
what?
Like, Mont Leonis gets cheaper because you have dudes.
Yeah.
Yang is free almost. Like, Ursula's free. Like, it just... As long as they're able to keep their one Sophie, they're fine.
Yeah, I don't think Doga should have been banned.
I would have been fine with the limited if they were really scared of it.
Yeah.
They were really scared of it. Limited's fine. To me, Doga wasn't the problem of the deck. It was literally Mashiri and Sophie. But that's just... playing against it for an entire weekend and watching it play. Like, just...
I don't think Fat Chocobo should be on the watch list.
I think it's strictly on the watch list because it
beat Doga. It was beating Doga.
Beat Doga. Yeah.
That was it. Any other deck that... Not any other deck, but just about every other deck that has a solid way of dealing with multiple guards on board. Doesn't matter.
I could understand if they're planning on printing something in Chocobo style that's going to abuse the fact that card draws 4 cards on play or whatever.
Or 5.
4 or 5 cards on play. I could get that.
Usually it's like 3 on average.
Like, because like the Fat Chocobo deck is a bunch of Chocobos that don't do a whole lot, and you just play them because Chocobos say get haste, swing really fast. Like, play a bunch of dudes, spam your opponent.
Yup.
Like, other than that, like, the only other cards you play are, like, return card, like, bounce cards, and you play Barts, because it lets you get haste. Other than that, there's no other support cards in that deck. It just spams Chocobos. So unless they're planning on printing something that's just going to let Chocobos do something nuts that's not already Barts or the support cards, I don't see the reason for it either.
Yeah.
Sildra's just strictly because it's a pay 2, draw 2. Or, my bad, drop 2, search 2.
Yeah, basically.
Like, it's just...
You neg 1 in hand, but you hand fix.
Yeah. And deck them.
Nuts.
And deck them.
Because it searches character. Yeah, sorry. It searches characters, meaning you're able to pick up backups and you can just build earlier.
I think the fact that it searches anything in that categories.
Yeah.
Like, they have to... Like, I think that's probably what it is.
Anything but summons.
I don't think so.
No, it says characters.
Does it? I thought
It
it
just
said.
says search for 2 water characters, 2 category 5 characters.
Okay.
Summons don't count.
Okay.
So anything but summons in that category.
Okay. But like, I think they're just planning on probably printing things, and then like anything in those categories is just gonna get abused by that card. Like, so like I get it. What do you think? Is there anything that you think that you wish they would have hit?
I wish they would just errata Lena and Ursula. Honestly,
I was thinking about Ursula too.
I
hate Ursula's ability to be like, monks bonded a spam board of like 6 cards.
I think the monks is fine. I think the issue is being able to play like I think Ursula should just be limited to a monocolor.
I get that
Because it
I
stops
just hate her ability of being like, my board's about to be removed. I'll spam destroy all of my cards, please.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I think it's lame.
It's just how she does it.
I wish you could only do one thing on the stack from one character, like one ability.
Mm.
And then you can't stack Marshallese, you can't stack Ursula's.
That's why we're playing Emperor Sid.
Such a dork.
Dude, that deck is not great, but that deck's a fucking meme, and it's gonna hit somebody. Just like when I built Dawn Warriors, which the only goal of the deck was play an Althea and play a Dorgan. Because Dorgan says every time you build a backup, remove a forward, and it's gone as long as Dorgan's on field. So you just play Althea, bounce Althea and something else, like another backup, play them both back, remove 2 dudes, and if they can't touch your Dorgan, then you just get free wins off of it, and it's bad. Because Dorgan has no protection, but it's a meme.
It's so dorky.
It did its job. But I think that sums that up. The actual podcast that we'll be doing, instead of just like this little quickie, we'll end up going more in depth with Travis and Zeth and/or Byron. Yeah. Whoever shows up at that point, we'll see you guys there.
You'll probably see a lot more of these like small like PC 20 some odd minute podcasts. Because it's getting apparently really hard to get people in the same room to record a podcast recently.
It happens sometimes.
Me and him get to hang out a lot, so
yeah,
getting a short 20-minute video in about a small topic is really nice and easy.
Yep. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch us.
What you guys think?
Yeah, actually, catch us on the flip side. I went with that.
See you guys next time. Stay learned.
Okay. I was like.